Good morning, brothers, and welcome to Brown Bag Gentleman. As you can see today, we're not starting off with a shaving video. That'll be next. Right now, you'll see my hair I've just washed it, but I haven't done anything with it yet. So I figured today would be a good day to talk about hair products and what to do, and then whether you have dandruff or not. It kind of covers in that basic video as well here. So I want to let you know a couple things. First of all, if you do have dandruff, and you've tried the dandruff shampoos and all that, and nothing's working, bear with me, notes coming up. There we go. That you can stop all that expense of all that. You don't need to do all that. Use whatever shampoo you want. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I particularly use a shampoo puck, which is a soap puck that I get from several vendors: Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, an Italian Barber, or no, I haven't tried theirs yet. I'm sorry, Sterling Soap Works. Those are the two main ones that I've tried and I like. But the main thing that I do to make sure that I don't get dandruff is I use a shampoo brush. So basically what I do, twice a week I use this thing. It's just a little plasticky little brush. Got it at Walmart. I probably paid less than $5 or $6 for it years ago. I'm sure they have fancier, more expensive ones. That's just what I use and it works fine. But basically you wash your hair. I wash my hair twice. So 2-3 times a week I wash it twice. So first time I wash it through, I just wash it and rinse it. Second time, after I've washed it, then I use the brush and lightly, very lightly, I mean, just don't scrub, don't bear down, just lightly scrub your head with this and then rinse off, and you'll notice that after a week's time, you'll notice that basically after you use it all the time, the dandruff goes away. So you don't need all those special shampoos. But also, dandruff is because you're dry scalp. So I want you to know that over the past year and a half or so, I have tried a lot of different pomades, gels, and what have you. And whoops, there's one I don't have here, so let me pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. I've tried a bunch of them. These are just all the ones I've tried. I've got some under the sink too. So I've tried a lot of different ones. Like every month I was trying a different one just to see what would work. What I've discovered that if it's got alcohol in it, I'm not even going to bother using it because it's just going to help dry out your scalp. So if you're a manufacturer of a pomade and you have alcohol in your product, yeah, I won't be a repeat customer. I gave them a shot. I gave several a shot, and no, they just don't help. But there's a couple other things you do. Say you do have a pomade that has alcohol in it. Well, what else can you do? Well, let me show you what you can do. You can get good old Tres Flores, which I get it off the Penaud's website. I used to be able to buy it at Walmart, but my local Walmart doesn't carry this anymore. Don't know why, so this is one idea. So this is one product you can use. In fact, you can use this under your pomades. Like this has no hold. This just has no hold. If you're a younger guy and you've got thicker hair, you can just hairspray it over it and hold it in place fine. That'll work. But I find that I use this under. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to get about 7 drops. Thereabouts. It might come out more. There we go. That's plenty. That's plenty. I don't want to tip it up because it's liquid. So I'm going to use this under as a base. And some of your milder holding pomades and gels, whatever you won't hold so well. This will kind of lighten them up a bit, but certain ones it doesn't really affect. I've got a pomade that I was not going to use at all. I was just going to throw it away, but with this underneath it, it works pretty good. I think it was this. Was it the cream? I think it was Cremo. Yeah, good old Cremo. I think that works good over top of this, but I'm not going to use that one today. Let me just put the cap back on this. So I'm using this as a base layer. For years I used, when I had thicker, fuller hair and it wasn't, all those white in there, I would use just that and then some hairspray and call it a day. I want to give you a couple of standouts. These are my top picks for all the different, and I've tried probably a good dozen, more than a dozen pomades. The two that stand out for me are good old Old Spice Spiffy. Let me show you what that looks like on the inside. This works well. That's, you say I haven't opened it, this is brand new. Just got it and I haven't used it yet. That has got some mineral oil in it, so I don't necessarily need the Tres Flores underneath that one. Another one that works well, this is pretty much my summertime. This is the fancy packaging, but of course, Suavecito. This is just the regular classic medium hold Suavecito. my number one pick. I do this spring, summer without necessarily an oil underneath it, but it holds okay. It does lose a little bit of holding control when you put the mineral oil underneath it, which is Tres Flores is basically mineral oil, scented mineral oil. What I've been using lately, because we are in winter, it's Christmas Day today, so Merry Christmas. I've been using the Tres Flores, and this is basically glorified petroleum jelly. Light scent to it. That's what I'm going to use today. I've been trying the heavy oil ones, because also what I'm doing is I'm trying a shampoo cube from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements that's supposed to help get rid of all the greasiness. So I'm giving that a workout. So I'm not ready to report on that yet, how it's doing. See, all I did was get a little fat finger amount on there. Probably, it wasn't really much. If you were put this, it was probably the size of a lima bean. No, a baby lima. Sorry, not even a full size lima, baby lima. There we go. And then you rub it in the scalp. This is no petroleum, basically petroleum-based one. So I like to rub it into the scalp. I actually, yes, I shampooed just now. But I scrubbed my hair yesterday. Today it was just a wash, a single wash, because I don't double wash my hair every day. Because some days, today was no shower, just wash the hair. Now I'm just getting soap. I'm trying out a Castile hand liquid soap that I get in my grocery store. So now, because I am using oil-based, petroleum-based hair product, a single wash of the hands ain't gonna cut it. I gotta shave after this. I want to hold the razor, so I'm gonna wash it a second time. Just trying to get rid of the excess greasiness, slippery. I don't want my hands to be too slippery when I'm holding that razor that I'm gonna introduce you to today. My next video will be that. So, okay, there's still a little bit on there, but that's good enough for now. Let me dry out my hands. There we go. So I got this in my hair. You will notice that when you put that Tres Flores or mineral oil, if you just use a straight mineral oil, same deal. It's really easy to comb your hair. I mean, I'm using this thick, greasy stuff that without the oil underneath it, it's effort to move the brush or the comb through the hair. Let's brush over there. All right. So let me see here. So let's get the hair in place. There we go. Of course, with older grayer hair, you still got to tame it down a little bit. Let's get the back. You're going to see the bald spot, I know. I'm going to expose it. They're done. There we go. That's all I do for my hair. Now it's still, and I use, was it Fructis? Because after you sprayed it down too, you still got a little bit of time to mess with it. I've tried the expensive, fancy expensive ones like my wife uses. I forget what it is, but it's a fancy expensive one, and it's like dries like powdery dry. It's like instantaneous. And it's like, yeah, that's not good for my hair. I need to just calm it down a little bit after it's a little bit wet, and it'll stay a little bit wet for several minutes. Alrighty. So that gets the hair done. But I just wanted to show you that too. You don't have to use a lot of different products for dandruff or anything. Just washing your hair with, scrubbing it with this lightly, 2-3 times a week will do the trick for you. And of course, if you do have the itchy, dry scalp, of course, it feels good too. To scrub your head with that too. But when you're doing that too, don't go heavy, because then you'll scratch your head, and if you're using any kind of pomade too, it'll get bumps and stuff. So yeah, just don't do that. Just lightly, gently scrub with this on one of your shampoos 2-3 times a week, and you're good. That's all it takes. And I say, I hope you can learn from my experience with all these different pomades that I've tried and gone through and don't like, but showed you my standouts, and I hope that helps. Go with God.